This time around on Author's Corner, we have James O. Henman, PhD, in our virtual green room. Boy, he has written a really interesting book. It's called Who's Really Driving Your Emotional Bus? So we welcome him here to America tonight with me, Kate Delaney. James, thanks so much for hopping on with us.
Well, I'm pleased to be here.
Let's talk about what led you to writing the book. What made you write the book?
Growing up, I had a lot of issues, and I learned a lot from dealing with my issues. And then I had 40 years of coaching as a psychologist and a life coach. I see myself as a life coach. And what's important to me is that how we approach change determines how successful we'll be. I've seen so many people try to hate themselves into change, demand themselves, judge themselves into change, and it just creates resistance. And I wanted to be able to give people a way of approaching healthy change that would effectively not only help them in the change, but help build self-esteem and a sense of good, healthy character.
Yeah, and you see this, as you said, the 40 years that you've practiced, you've seen all kinds of people, and you know what this is like, and your own struggles, as you said. And so this is really a gift, because it's almost like you're giving us the keys and we're having a session with you. If I think I want to put it that way. That's tremendous, because that's how it's written.
That is exactly. The book is written as a coach, myself, a coach with the reader being a client. And I approach the reader as I would a new client, and we walk through the different obstacles together and give them resources and ways of approaching that allow healthy change to be natural and permanent. I mean, real change, not just little change, but real significant change in people's lives.
And you know what? You talk about this. That's why the title, Who's Really Driving Your Emotional Bus? How'd you come up with that?
Well, it just came to me that we don't realize, most of us do not realize who's actually driving our emotional bus. Our perceptions, we think, are accurate, but they're just perceptions. And blind spots are real.
They are real. So tell us about, we're going to tell everybody everything in the book, because I think you should get it. It's a great read. It's an easy read. Tell us about some blind spots that people don't see.
Well, first of all, people have a tendency, when they notice something they don't like, to judge it and to feel bad about noticing it, which causes them to stop noticing, and it prevents healthy change. So if instead you can give yourself the permission to start where you're actually starting, feel good about noticing accurately with a nurturing, caring tone. That's really important. We need to nurture ourselves into healthy change. That's what the book is all about.
Yeah, the healthy change. I mean, you have one chapter where you talk about seeing clearly through your windshield, which hammers home the point you were just
Yes.
talking about.
Yeah. When we look to the windshield, we don't realize that the murky, dirty, hard to see windshield is just needs to be washed. We need to clean our windshield and let ourselves embrace an adventure of learning and growing that's a lifetime perspective.
Oh, I love that. Learning and growing. Do you think, do you find, and did you find in your practice, and even with yourself, that we get stuck? People get stuck and we do the same thing over and over, and our mind tells us the same negative thoughts and we just go with it.
Yes, that is actually the norm. That's the norm, unfortunately. But if you allow yourself to be becoming, see, most people think this is just the way I am, whatever it is, good, bad, whatever. It's just the way I am. The truth is, who I am is becoming. That's who you are. You're becoming. I'm becoming. Each of the listeners is becoming. The trouble is, they tend to think it's just the way I am, and therefore it prevents that perspective to produce the healthy change that they desperately want. And the book is all about how to approach changing in a positive, nurturing, caring way.
I love how you said that before, where you say,
Yeah,
I am, where people say, I'm just that way.
yeah, yeah. And if you believe that, it becomes effectively true. I don't believe that because if I did believe that, I'd be stuck being told that I could not even be a psychologist when I was in high school
What's really
because I wasn't.
Yeah,
Go
and
ahead.
what's really cool is you developed. I want to make sure we get to this, and we want people to get the book. You can get it for a song. You can get it Kindle version, paperback, however you want to consume it. Amazon, Barnes and
Sure.
Noble. You developed cognitive perceptual reconstruction (CPR), and that's what
Yes.
we're talking about. Tell us more about
Yes.
that.
We don't realize that our perception is just our perception. We think it's the reality. And so by allowing ourselves to become more accurate, the only way to really become more accurate is if you do it in a loving, respectful way. If you do it like beating yourself up, it just creates resistance and it prevents healthy change.
Yeah, and you say it, you say the focus of it, you create, there's really in doing this, you create that loving, nurturing attitude really toward what the struggles are with whether it's emotional problems, addiction or something
Yep.
else. It's
Yep.
about self-esteem, really, isn't it? Healthy self-esteem.
I did my dissertation on self-esteem many, many years ago. And the trouble is that right after self-esteem came up, came the idea every kid should get a star. Everyone should have good esteem no matter what their actions or behaviors. And it has been very destructive to our society. Self-esteem is a characterological view that is, I call it a lantern, that is respectful to myself and respectful to you. There's no double standards in a really healthy situation.
Oh, that's the hashtag. There's no double standards. And again, the book is called
Yeah.
Who's Really Driving Your Emotional Bus? You're saying it and weaving it throughout this wonderful conversation. But, James, what do you hope the listeners take away from this conversation and reading your book?
That they can realize that Whereas perfect change is not possible, imperfect change is. And by being awkward and clumsy, because it is awkward and clumsy when you're changing. So you may as well enjoy being awkward and clumsy, because then you're drawn toward the healthy change. People try to beat themselves into it, and it creates resistance.
Yeah, and the resistance is futile, right?
Yep. It's isometric tension. The harder you push, the more resistance. Whereas when you are drawn toward, nurtured toward healthy change, you don't have that resistance. You just build and build and build as you learn and grow.
And you said it best. I love it. I am becoming.
Yes, we all are, and we just don't realize it. And if you don't realize it, it's effectively not true, even though it is honestly true. We all can make significant changes. And that's what the book is all about. How to do it in a way that is an adventure, that is nurturing, it's creating mutual respect and valuing both to yourself and others. It's moving toward healthiness, and our society needs
Boy, no.
a move toward healthiness.
Yes, I totally agree. Well, this has been a wonderful conversation. Get the book, Who's Really Driving Your Emotional Bus? Thank you so much, James.
I really appreciate our time.